Hello, and welcome to Talking Terror. I'm your host, Daniel Aston. Who out there believes in extraterrestrial life? Now, the existence of UFOs and aliens has been a topic of debate for decades. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is a term for people who have had an extraterrestrial encounter within their life. That term is called close encounter. There are several different types of close encounters, but the most common is the close encounter of the first kind, close encounter of the second kind, close encounter of the third kind, and you guessed it, close encounter of the fourth kind. A close encounter of the first kind is when you witness a UFO, or a UAP as they're calling them nowadays, from a close distance, about 500 feet or so. A close encounter of the second kind is when there's some sort of physical effect. Electronics start going crazy, cars will shut off, animals will start acting weird, even in people there will be some sort of physical discomfort or even paralysis. A close encounter of the third kind is whenever you have a UFO phenomenon, but there's also the presence of some sort of entity, some sort of humanoid or robotic. A close encounter of a fourth kind is even more terrifying. It is actual abduction. Now, if you want me to do any sort of video about these different types of encounters, get into more detail, leave me a comment and I'll look into it. Now, for my very first episode, I want to get a little personal and tell you an encounter I had in my own life. When I was in like the 3rd or 4th grade, I was woken up by pressure in my ears, kind of like the type of pressure when you change elevation. I happened to notice outside my window there was a bright, bright light. Whenever I looked outside, I saw 2 circles of lights, one a smaller one inside of a bigger one, and they were rotating in opposite directions. When the thought hit me that I may not want to be caught watching whoever or whatever is out there, of course, I, like children do, hid under my blanket. And I waited until the lights were gone. After a little while, I kind of got out of my blanket. I looked outside to see if the coast was clear. So tell me, what do you think? Did I have a close encounter of the first kind? Or is it something that could possibly be explained by some sort of terrestrial, earthly anomaly? Something that happened here? Or was it just the overactive imagination of a young boy? Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you've had any sort of encounter, also leave those. And please hit, like, subscribe, whatever they do on these things, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay spooky.